take pictures of your friends and family at the start of today's ceremony. In the spirit of reconciliation, we will now play a video called Welcome, There is Room. Developed and produced by with Indigenous people to showcase the history, the culture, and the diversity of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people in Canada.
Cérémonies et des croyances différentes, la plupart de nos systèmes de croyances reposent sur le concept de l'équilibre. Nous croyons que tout être vivant doit travailler à maintenir un système équilibré. Les Métis sont un peuple distinct, d'ascendance mixte, soit autochtone et européenne, tirant son origine du commerce des fourrures au XVIIIe et XIXe siècle. Les unions entre les explorateurs européens et les femmes de Premières Nations visaient principalement à faciliter les relations de commerce.
Today's candidates for citizenship and will be presided by Mr. Eichhorst. Mr. Eichhorst, in accordance with the provisions of the Citizenship Act, it is my privilege to present to you 79 candidates from 23 different countries who have met all the requirements of the Citizenship Act and are now ready to repeat the oath of citizenship, the final legal requirement to becoming a Canadian citizen. I now invite you to give your opening remarks.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Welcome to your citizenship ceremony. I hope you're excited. This is a big day. It's important to acknowledge that the land that we're presiding over the citizenship ceremony today is Treaty 1 territory. The land on which we're gathered is the traditional territory of the Cree, Ojibwe, Ojibwe, and Dakota nations, and also the homeland of the Métis Nation. This treaty was signed in 1871 at Lower Fort Garry, which is not that far from here. As Canadians, we're all living on traditional territory of Indigenous peoples. Following today's ceremony, I encourage you to do your own research about the territory on which you reside and explore how you can honor the Indigenous peoples in your own way as a new Canadian citizen. It is essential that all of us as Canadians move forward together on the road to reconciliation so that we can leave a proper legacy for future generations. Unlike the Indigenous peoples who were here long before explorers first came to Canada, all of us have our roots in another part of the world. We're all immigrants, some for several generations, some quite recently. And that's part of what makes Canada such an amazing country. We come from different backgrounds, 23 different countries represented here today. We can be proud of and we can maintain our languages and our culture and our religions and our cooking. Please maintain your recipes and share them with everybody else. We're able to live together in harmony, and we can work towards achieving this by learning about each other's culture. It is such an honor for me to be here with you today to celebrate this occasion. In my career as a migration officer, I've spent most of my career outside of Canada, working at Canadian embassies, high commissions, consulates, at the front end of the visa process. Maybe some of you got your visa from an office where I worked. So during my time, I've come in contact with so many people who were just looking to build a new life for them and for their families. People filled with hope, people filled with the desire and the bravery to move to a new country. I'm 90 years old, so we've been here a little while. You'll be getting certificates shortly that will be in better condition than this one. But in 90 years, yours will look just like that. So hang on to it. It's an important document. My grandfather came here to settle, to find a better life for himself, and he felt he could in the part of the world where he had grown up. And he ended up settling near Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and that's where he farmed, and that's where he raised his family. And I like to use family as what I think is a very appropriate word to describe our connections to each other. Look around this room. We're all family members now. Sometimes we disagree with our family members. We might like different music. We might cheer for a different sports team. Some family members like spicy food. Some family members don't, although I can't understand who would not like spicy food. But we protect our family, we teach our family, we learn from our family, we support them. And that's what we do now as Canadian citizens, as part of this amazing family. In a few minutes, you will be sworn in as Canadian citizens. This is a proud moment for you, and I'm so pleased to have this opportunity to speak to you directly, to congratulate you personally. This is a very special day for you. It is a milestone in your life. You have embraced this country, and now you're about to take this exciting next step. Canadian citizenship comes with rights and responsibilities. As a Canadian citizen, you live in a democratic country where individual rights and freedoms are respected. Thousands of brave Canadians have fought and died over the years for the rights and freedoms that we enjoy. Their commitment to Canada should never be forgotten or unrecognized, and we thank them. As new citizens, you will have the right to vote in elections. You will have the right to run as a candidate in elections. You are free to live and work in any province or territory. We all have freedom of expression, and in Canada, people are equal under the law. Canadian citizenship also comes with responsibilities, like obeying the laws, taking responsibility for oneself and one's family, serving on a jury if you're requested, voting in elections, protecting and enjoying our heritage and environment, and helping others in the community. And this can be something as simple as helping your neighbor shovel their sidewalk. There's a lot of opportunities to do that here in Manitoba. Or you can join one of the many volunteer organizations and do something regularly, every week or every month, to just help out and be part. Volunteering is an important part of Canadian society, and I would encourage all of you to look for those opportunities in your community, in your neighborhood. Canada is a bilingual country. It has two official languages, English and French. You have the right to be served in either official language when you deal with the federal government. Living in Canada, you'll have the opportunity to learn English and French, and I would encourage you to learn both languages, as this will allow you to experience all that Canada has to offer. Linguistic duality is an integral part of the Canadian identity, and it's a fundamental value of our country. As you take the oath today, you will make some promises in front of all these witnesses. You will promise to be faithful to your king and to your country. You will promise to obey the law and do your duty as a citizen. This covenant between you and your new country is an important one. Although by law your oath is required, you are making this pledge because from this day forward you are promising to be a good Canadian citizen, to be an active, caring member of your new Canadian family. Before we proceed to the all right, please repeat after me. I swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to His Majesty, King Charles III, King of Canada, His heirs and successors, and that I will faithfully observe the laws of Canada, including the Constitution, which recognizes and affirms the Aboriginal and treaty rights of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples, and fulfill my duties as a Canadian citizen. And now in French. Je jure que je serai fidèle et porterai sincère allégeance à Sa Majesté, le roi Charles III, roi du Canada, à ses héritiers et successeurs, que j'observerai fidèlement les lois du Canada, y compris la Constitution, qui reconnaît et confirme les droits ancestraux ou issus de traités des Premières Nations, des Inuits et des Métis, et que je remplirai loyalement mes obligations de citoyen canadien. Well done.
Picturean kita.
Marara. Tanya Tarak Dōmo. Paulo J. Hayat. Ron Eric. Now I will invite the presiding official to give closing remarks.
Before I close, I would like to thank our clerk and the other IRCC employees who worked so hard today to put together this ceremony. It's an important event. It takes a lot of work. And so we definitely want to thank you. I leave you now with my warmest wishes for a long, peaceful, and prosperous life in this, your chosen land. I encourage you to share this exciting news with your friends, with family members, with colleagues at work. When you go back to class in September and the teacher says, so did anybody do anything interesting this summer? I want you to put up your hand and say, I became a Canadian citizen. That is very Tell your neighbors, tell the taxi driver, whoever you come in contact with for these 2 days. Celebrate this day with yourself and with them. We can all celebrate with you. This is a big deal. And they will celebrate that with you as well. So once again, congratulations and welcome to the Canadian family.
And now, a few words from our Prime Minister, followed by the National.
You are now officially a Canadian. Now your journey here was unique. Whether you came here for safety, to reconnect with family, just to start a new life, you are now an equal member of our country. And as Canadians, we share responsibilities to look out for one another, to welcome those who are new here, and to respect those who are indigenous to this land, and always to leave our communities better than we found them. So as you continue your life here, remember this day when you became a citizen. And think about everything you can do every day forward to strengthen our country. Congratulations again. And welcome. Félicitations, vous êtes maintenant officiellement Canadiennes et Canadiens. Et vous avez tous suivi un parcours unique pour venir jusqu'ici. Que vous soyez venus pour trouver la sécurité, pour rejoindre votre famille ou pour commencer une nouvelle vie, vous êtes, à partir de maintenant, un membre à part entière de notre pays. Et en tant que Canadiens, nous avons tous des responsabilités communes. Nous veillons les uns sur les autres. Nous accueillons les nouveaux arrivants et respectons les autochtones de notre pays. Et nous travaillons ensemble pour améliorer nos communautés pour les générations futures. Alors que vous poursuivez votre vie ici, souvenez-vous toujours de ce jour où vous êtes devenus citoyens et citoyennes. Et pensez à tout ce que vous pouvez faire chaque jour qui vient pour rendre notre pays encore meilleur. Félicitations encore. Bienvenue.
welcomes to the new Canadians, and thank you to everyone who contributed to the ceremony. The citizenship ceremony is now closed. Please remain standing while the presiding official exits the stage area. Please be seated for further instructions.